Hello and welcome back to the Golden Entertainer Show. I hope you're all having a great week and a great, well, 3 weeks rest for Chelsea fans after a great triumph in the World Club Cup final against Paris Saint-Germain, and we are world champions. So it is unbelievable how we are world champions. So it is a festival of football for us because we have a very short pre-season. We only going to Stamford Bridge, which is down the road. Well, I mean, down the road in London, in our home. So Chelsea are playing in the Visit Malta mini-preseason tournament. So we're playing against the likes of AC Milan, Bayern Munich, I think. I'm not sure about the other teams. I haven't really been following up on the teams that we're playing because pre-season is a season where the players are sort of like getting warmed up and really getting fit and ready for the Premier League season. So yes, the new season is upon us. So yes, Crystal Palace will be playing against Liverpool on Sunday in the Charity Shield, and it is the first time for Liverpool. I mean, well, not for Liverpool, but well, it will feel strange for Liverpool fans to be facing the likes of Crystal Palace in the Charity Shield because they all thought, oh, it could be against Man City. So it was a great FA Cup win for Crystal Palace, and there are some, well, I won't say rumours, but there's some developments happening at Crystal Palace because what happened in the last few weeks for them to be an FA Cup winner and to be confirmed a place in the Europa League, and their place has been taken away from them because of the multi-ownership rules. Now, I did a video about it because I did a long rant about Nottingham Forest sending letters to UEFA about Nottingham Forest wants to be in the Europa League, but they were qualified in the Conference League. But, Nottingham Forest, I'll say this again. I do like your club. I do like the city, but you shouldn't be writing letters to UEFA, to anybody, to complain about your place in Europe. You didn't really, frankly speaking, you didn't really deserve to be playing in Europe because your performance, yes, you may have had a great first half of the season, and in the second half of the season, you just went away. You just went away. You just feels like, I don't know, it just feels like you let go of the pram. You let go of the shopping trolley. That's what it feels like. You let go of the shopping trolley rolling down the hill. That's what it feels like. So I'm saying, I'm sorry, Nottingham Forest fans. You're good fans. You're a nice club and everything else. But your owner is being a bit, how shall I put this in words? A bit, but not really. So that's what it is. So I know I may get some more comments, but it is what it is. So, and also, the reason why you're saying, why are you defending Crystal Palace in this? The reason why I'm defending Crystal Palace is because I have cousins who support Crystal Palace. from their birth to where they are right now. They are real, true Crystal Palace fans. So what I'm saying is, Crystal Palace have never been in Europe, and this is the first time to be in Europe. And they won the FA Cup to get there. So they should and they deserve a Europa League spot. I know the multi ownership is just frankly ridiculous. It's one of the most ridiculous things. Clubs have been punished because of this. I know that Chelsea, we do have a multi ownership structure, but it's not Chelsea's fault. It's not Crystal Palace's fault. It's not Man City's fault. Even though Man City, they are the worst of them. They're trying to own the whole global football. But where are those 100 charges? Where are they? So what I'm saying is, it's FIFA and UEFA have encouraged the clubs to own a lot of these multi-ownership structures. I know there is a big problem in South America. When you try to buy a player from South America, you really have to do not a double check, a triple check to make sure the players is not owned by one club, not by another club, or maybe by an agent. They have like a third party, the third ownership thing, sort of thing. So I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Why, Crystal Palace are getting punished about this. It's ridiculous. It's frankly one of the most ridiculous things that's happening to Crystal Palace. And yes, I know Selhurst is not the place you want to go to on a European magical night. Imagine, I don't know who else has been qualified for the Europa League. I mean, you know, I, can you imagine like one of the nicest cities in Europe, and you go in from one of the most nicest cities in Europe to go to Selhurst, and then you look around Selhurst and you go, oh my God, what is this place? And I'm like, I know, it's part of Croydon. So it is what it is. But I'm so happy for Crystal Palace because the squad and the whole club, it seems to be working together. It seems to be, some sort of unity there, and hopefully they will keep the best players at Crystal Palace and hopefully improve as they move forward. So yes. And speaking of clubs of moving forward, Kieran Dewsbury Hall, this player was, well, I'll say he was an absolute professional for Chelsea. I mean, I know he didn't really have many minutes playing for Chelsea because of the pecking order of the midfielders, and sometimes you have to be on the bench most of the time and come on in the second half. But he did well during our conference league win, where we won the whole tournament, and we played really well in that. But it is a shame that he's leaving Chelsea and moving to Everton. And I'm thinking Everton, apart from one of the most ridiculous names for their new stadium, I understand that they named it after a solicitor's firm there at the new stadium, but it could have been a more catchier name. Why can't they just call it the new Everton ground or something nicknamed after Everton or named after one of the most famous players who used to play for Everton. I don't know, why can't he call it the U Rooney or something like that? You know, why can't they? So I'm pleased that he's moved to Everton because I think he will do well there. He will do well. So I am confident of him moving to club, but it's, you know, I think they are probably maybe there, you know, just maybe they're just there sort of thing, but we'll see what will happen. So let's talk more about Chelsea. I know that we had a lot of incomings and there's a lot of outgoings. Yes, I know probably my next rant is put at Arsenal. I know Arsenal fans saying that they had the better season, but they didn't win anything. They haven't won anything for the last 5 years. So what are you doing? You know, if you go to a party, they'll be standing in the corner of the park of the room and trying to chat up to the ladies and go, "Oh yeah, I had it better." Well, I'm like, Arsenal, you know, we're giving our rubbish players to you. Then basically they've gone off to a retirement home. So that's what you are, Arsenal. So if that's what it is what it is. So, you know, we gave you Sterling, we gave you Kepta, some other players, you know, I just sort of like, you know, forgotten about them once they left the club because, you know, they've gone to Arsenal. So, Jerome Pedro, the guy who came from Brighton, before he became a Chelsea player, I thought, why are we buying this guy, Jerome Pedro? But I can see what they've done. You know, the scouting department or whoever looked at the player and think, you know what, I think he can score goals. He can score goals for Chelsea. And like he did in the World Club Cup, in that semi-finals and the final as well, which is, I think he's going to be a great player. And does that mean Nicholas Jackson to go and leave Chelsea? I would like him to stay and hang around for the Champions League places and maybe for the League Cup and the FA Cup, maybe some odd Premier League matches. But I'm just thinking, after 2 seasons of him, the first season, he, you know, he, he had trouble settling. And in the second season, he scored some really important goals. However, 2 red cards, and when you compare him to Jerome Pedro, it's a no-brainer. You know, Jerome Pedro's got it. He has got it. He has got it because he has played in the Premier League for quite a few times, well, quite a long time at Brighton, and so he's settled in striker, knowing how the Premier League works. Where Nicholas Jackson had 2 seasons, where you would expect maybe during that second season to score a little bit more goals or to be right in position to score goals or to create an opportunity for your teammates. So it is, I do like Nicholas Jackson. I mean, the great introduction to that song, Miss Jackson, when he first came over to Chelsea and introduced to the Chelsea fans. I've never heard of him, by the way. And then the 2 seasons now I've heard of him, we will see what he's like. So I'm sorry that he has to go, but would it be to our arch rivals in the Premier League. It looks like it. It looks like it. So we just have to take that one on the chin. But it would have been good to really keep on hold the big for another season. And I'm drinking water, by the way. So this has been, the after the World Club Cup. We have done incredibly well. I mean, not just the men's, but the women's as well. And it just seems like a very, very successful time at Chelsea. And there are talks about our Stamford Bridge ground stadium, I was going to say stadium. I think if you go to Germany and you see some of their clubs, they do keep hold of their old stadium and use it as something else and give it to the public. They do really well. They do keep their old stadiums. Whereas here, you go to the old ground, it's a housing development, and you're like, where is the whole old ground? Where is the halfway line? Where is the goal? Where is the turnstiles and stuff? I just don't think I really want to see Stamford Bridge ground like that. I mean, I would like to see Stamford Bridge being redeveloped and maybe just move to its temporary ground for 5 years. Maybe Twickenham, or maybe somewhere a little bit local, or build like a shipping container stadium in the land, just somewhere in the Chelsea area, like they did in Qatar World Cup. They built the shipping container stadium as a temporary stadium. Maybe we could do that as we rebuild Stamford Bridge. I know there might be an opportunity to move to Earls Court. That will be fantastic opportunity. However, it is what it is, and we just have to respect of the Chelsea pitch owners as me. So we just have to, if there's going to be a vote, I don't really want to say anything more about it. I have my opinions. I think we should redevelop Stamford Bridge for old time's sake and history and for, everything. I know it will be very challenging engineering project, but if you think about Brentford, not the old ground, when they moved from the old ground to the new ground, I have been to Brentford quite a few times for this. I've got some Brentford fans and Brentford fans, and their ground, I know it's 17,000 the capacity there, but when you look at the outside of the ground, it's so tight. It's tight, but it's manageable. And I'm thinking maybe we could do something with Chelsea, because we do have some tight areas on the outside, and maybe just knock down the hotel, move the hotel somewhere else, and make it a really nice ground. And maybe have a better design than the one that looks like a cathedral or something. I don't know what that design. It looks like either it's a cathedral, a pencil sharpener, and some sort of metal stack. So it is what it is. So yes. So this weekend they're doing a mini tournament. and this has been sponsored by Visit Malta. And I have been to Malta years ago when I used to play football in a tournament, and it was about like the sixth tournament we had done in a row, maybe seven tournament in a row. And me and my team went out there to Malta, and we went to Valletta, the capital of Malta, and we toured around the city, really nice city. It was really hot as well. I remember playing in 30 degrees hot weather, and we had the tour of their national stadium, and we played outside of the national stadium, and it was amazing. We won that whole tournament. It was incredibly hard tournament and really hot as well. And it was the time when we went there, when Greece had a crisis with the EU about money problems or something like that. And I remember, I think it was the sports minister or some politician went on the phone, and I made a joke saying, "Oh, he's probably phoning the EU or got the phone call from the EU about Greece." So, good times. Nice food, the people are nice as well. So, if you've never been to Malta, you should go to Malta. By the way, I'm not endorsing their brand or anything. I'm just saying the country is amazing. So, Malta, you're amazing. So, if you have any questions or to put a like or subscribe, I will be doing more live streams. And but this is a recorded one because I'm going to put this at 5:30 on Friday night. Hopefully, some of you will watch it. It will be good. And yes, I hope you're all going to have a great Friday and enjoy what we're seeing during the weekend. And hopefully, Chelsea will win the pre-season tournament. And next week, we'll be playing against Crystal Palace. So, yes, there are a few things I want to do with my channel here. I'm hoping, well, I'm hoping to go to far-flung places in the football world. I'm not talking about going to France or Germany. I'm talking even further. I'm not talking about Australia. I'm talking some of the places that, it needs a story to tell. The story needs to tell. I'm giving you a few clues here and there. It might include my hat. So that's what the things I want to do with this channel. So please subscribe and share and comment. I hope you enjoy my unscripted live stream. Hopefully you can hear me. If you do, great. And I'll see you after Sunday. I'll probably do a video on Monday. Have a good one. And I'll see you all. Stay safe. Be kind to one another.